This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
It's all about Doyin Fash, especially if you're in the Houston, Texas area. I'm sure you've heard of our friend Doyin Fashakin joining us, our event planner, and we're ecstatic she's here to talk more about her team and how many amazing events she puts on here. Real high energy team, fast paced, and the best and brightest minds in the event planning industry. And welcome the owner herself. Hello, Doyin. How are you?
Hi, Jill. How are you? Thanks for
I'm
having me. I'm happy
great.
to
It's
be here.
Me too. It's the holiday season's upon
It
us,
is. It is. It
which is
is.
exciting. And you
It's
being in
exciting.
the entertainment type business, I'm sure you got a party or two to attend and maybe one or
Of
two
course.
to coordinate.
Of course. We have events coming up that we're coordinating. We have Thanksgiving events and we have events in December as well.
Beautiful. I mean, your
And-
specialty, though, weddings. Oh, I've seen so many beautiful pictures. Tell us a little bit about what you do for those new timers joining us today here.
All right, my name is Doyin Fashakin, and I am the owner and founder of Doyin Fash Events. We are an event boutique company located here in Houston, Texas, but we travel everywhere. We're a global company. We plan various events such as corporate events, social events, and weddings. We've planned events with 30 guests, and we've planned the big ones with up to 15,000 guests. So
Oh,
we're able to take on any type of events.
mm-hmm.
We are also called or people call me the Fusion Queen because we do a lot of fusion weddings. Whether it's someone from, the Middle East getting married to an American, someone from Asia marrying an American, we do it all. We love to educate people through weddings, whether it's through the food, dancing, the
Yep.
outfits, fusion weddings are our thing. And our main thing is creating like over-the-top experiences for our guests.
And I've seen quite a few. Boy, oh boy. What did you want to get to today? I mean, there's so many different services you offer, and there's a lot to what you do. Go ahead, bring it on.
Oh, yes, we offer all types of services. We can offer the full service, which is pretty much for the bride or the client that just wants to relax. They don't want to be stressed out. They want to take off the stress off of their, they want to take off the planning stress off of their plate. So they hire us to do the full service planning. And with full service planning, we plan everything from start to finish from locating the venue to selecting all the vendors. Of course, with the approval of the client, we don't just select any type of vendors. They still have to be approved by the client. And once that's done, we manage the budget. We create the budget sheet, making sure that we stay within the client's budget. We have a planning checklist, pretty much what we're doing from start to finish, so that way we can all stay organized. We're very into systems because we think six systems create structure. So we
Mm-hmm.
have a system that even the client is able to have access to and see how the planning is going from start to finish. We are the middleman between the client and all the vendors, making sure the contracts are right. We read through them, we negotiate the contracts and the pricing, and just ensuring that the expectations of our clients are met. And even also the expectations of the vendors, because they also have their own expectations. We design, and that's our thing. We love to design. Like if you can dream it, we can execute it. So we help with the vision board. Some people
Wow.
call it mood board.
Mm-hmm.
We do some rendering where you can see what your event is actually going to look like on the day. And of course, production. We're there to ensure everything goes smoothly on the event day. From start to finish, we're there from, prepping, to breakdown at the end of the night. That is full service. We also have people that only interested in a la carte. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they have They want to be hands-on. They like to plan themselves because sometimes we get clients that are also planners. They love to plan, and they just need someone to come in, maybe halfway, or towards the end to kind of like tie up the loose ends. I've selected a few vendors, but right now I'm getting confused. I'm getting tired. We need you to come in, and then we step in to tie up the loose ends. So that's our a la carte. Some people call it partial service as well. You can just pick and choose what you need help with. Do you need help with finding the venue, or you just need help with creating like the budget sheet, creating the timelines, and also coordinating on the day. So that's another service that we offer. And then we have the service where we're only just designing your event. Some people want to plan everything and they only need someone to just come and just bring the wow factor. Just design it, make it look beautiful. And that's one of the services we offer, as well as the coordination for the event day itself. So if we've designed it and
Yep.
you planned it, we want you to still be able to relax on the day of the event. And we always suggest when they want just design to also take we call it month of coordination.
Yes.
Basically, we come in about a month before the event and just take all the things you've done and just smoothing everything out and just make sure that everything is seamless on the event day. Of course, there are other types of packages we offer, but those are the three biggest ones that we have. We've had people that only hired us for just the logistics, just managing logistics. We've had people hire us for just the ceremony portion of their wedding. So they're different kind of packages, but the big ones are the full service, the luxury full service, the a la carte, or some people call it partial services,
Yeah.
and of course the design as well as the final month coordination.
Amazing. Well, also, I
Yeah.
got to ask, I mean, you're doing this, I mean, you're super well known in Texas, also worldwide. There's something on your website I've been dying to ask you. One of the weddings you had, this beautiful
Mhm.
hotel comes over and you see the beach and the water. Where is that? I mean, I've never seen anything so beautiful, let alone all the decor inside, the flowers, the chandeliers, the glass things that are hanging. It's just, do you know what I'm talking about? Which one?
Yeah, that was in Cabo. We love
Really?
to plan in Mexico. I mean,
What
we've
is it
planned in so
called?
many places. Cabo, Mexico? It's
Oh,
in
yeah, yeah,
Mexico.
yeah. But do you know
Cabo,
which
yeah, we
hotel
have.
that was?
That was, let me look at the picture again. I know it's Cabo, but let me just make sure
So
it's the
funny. I
right
know it
one.
keeps repeating on the site, and it's
He
just,
may have been the Hyatt. I believe it was the Hyatt.
oh gosh, amazing to dive.
The
And
Hyatt Siva. It was the Hyatt Siva in Mexico. Yes, Hyatt Siva. Yeah, so that's where we had the wedding. It's a beautiful all-inclusive wedding venue. And I like the fact that, people could actually make it a vacation because the guests came over for like 3 days and we had activities. They went on a boat cruise, they went on a tour. So they weren't just coming for the wedding itself. The
I
guest
love
wanted
that
the
idea.
client wanted an experience. They
Yep.
wanted an experience for the guests. So they were able to go out on the tours, boat rides. And then the resort was so nice that they had so much to do from kayaking to banana boat rides. They kept the guests busy all throughout the weekend. So yes, we do love to plan destination weddings, and some of the ones we've planned, outside of Mexico, we've planned in the Caribbean, we've planned in the Middle East. If you're familiar with the UAE, we've planned there. We've planned, of course, in Africa, Tanzania, Morocco,
Wow.
even in Europe. We talk about France, Italy, the UK, everywhere. So we do love to plan destination events. And we don't only plan destination weddings, we do destination corporate events. We also plan milestones at different locations. The last milestone we planned was in Morocco, and that was just absolutely beautiful. It was a 50th birthday, 4 days, and the guests had an experience. It was something that they would never forget. Yeah, so that was nice.
Oh my goodness. I can only imagine. I
Yeah.
just feel like everyone should do
Yeah.
destination weddings. I've never been married. I don't know. I don't know what the heck I want at this point.
Oh,
I
you're they
I
are
think
beautiful, but depending on where it is, they can be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing like Europe, especially if you're going from the States, the United States to Europe, it can be more expensive because then you're spending euros or you're spending pounds, which is kind of like more powerful than the dollars. But if you're like, having a destination wedding in Mexico, then it's a little bit more affordable. So it just depends. But destination weddings are beautiful. They're like an experience by themselves. Yeah, they're very beautiful.
I
You
agree.
have the
Oh,
scenery, it could be like by a lake, by an ocean, or just a beautiful garden, depending on what part of the world. If you're in Italy, you can have like the beautiful buildings,
oh,
the villas are just so beautiful, the vineyards. I mean, the vineyards, very beautiful. Yeah, so very, very beautiful.
you're making me want to go away. Okay, let's get off the travel. Oh, travel's good when it comes to wedding planning, but back to our focus of you and what you're doing. Go ahead,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
yes,
Tell us
yes,
more.
yeah. So I'm doing a lot. Besides wedding planning, corporate event planning, I also coach. Of course, when I
Wow.
started
Yep.
in this business, I had mentors. Some of them were people I'd never even met, but I read their books. I followed their work, and eventually I met some of them after a few years. So I was helped when I started, even though not as much as I'd have loved to. And I decided, you know what? I don't want other people to have to struggle because I believe that success isn't when you help other people.
Mm,
It's not how high you get, but it's how many you can take along with you as you climb the ladder. And because of that, we have mentorship programs
mm-hmm.
for people who are trying to get either in the event industry or even in the hospitality industry, because we coach people that are outside of event planning as well. And our coaching, we have one-on-one where we meet and have you know um, classes. We have like Zoom classes. We actually even
Mm-hmm.
have in-person classes. We have workshops where we have
Okay.
people from all over come and attend. We've had someone come even all the way from the Philippines before for our workshop a few years ago. So we're glad that, people see our work, people see the growth, people see that we've come a long way and there's a lot that we can offer to them. Um, we have classes, I would say every month. Our mentorship class is every month. Coaching class online and in person as well is monthly. And we also have our nonprofit side of things. Starting out, it was hard to get the finances to grow my business. And I remember um, I'm a person of faith, so I told God that bless me so that that way I can be a blessing unto others. And I decided that profits, a little part of the profits from my business will go to other people who are in the services business in rural areas in other parts of the world and also, in Houston. But I do a lot in West Africa where I coach women. I give them seed funding to be able to expand their own business and grow their own business. And we have like a lot of seminars and workshops and hands-on training for some of them, because some of them not only need to be helped out with what to do, because sometimes they don't know what to do. So we train them and we ask them for their skill set or what they're interested in, and we just bring the teachers along and we train them. And after they're trained, um, they get state funding to actually be able to grow the business or start
Mm-hmm.
the business. And I mean, it's very fulfilling, I have to say, because I've seen people that didn't have nothing
Yeah.
grow their businesses. And there's a lady who lost her husband who's in our program, and she was hopeless. She didn't know what to do. And then when she heard about the coaching program and my nonprofit foundation, she was happy. Didn't know what to expect, but she came and attended it, learned a lot about business, about finances, about tracking, budgeting well, marketing, just pretty much everything that you need to know about running a business and running it smoothly. And she went with the seed funding and grew that seed um, more than I would say 10 times of what she received. I
Uh-huh.
mean, she didn't just double it, like over 10 times. And Now she's able to take care of her children. She's able to send them to school because they had to stop school when her husband died. So this is what we like to do outside of, planning events. We like to, reach out to the community and do the little that we can to impact those around us who are in need and need help. And like I said, that's the most important thing in life. Like not just how successful you are, but how impactful you can be
And what's the name of the
to make a
company? I'm
change.
sorry.
The nonprofit
Yes.
organization is Doyin Fash Charitable Foundation.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's named after the business because it's the
Yeah.
funds of the business going out to support other people that need to grow their business or just need financial help, people in business like me. Because I was once there when I needed help too. So um, God has blessed me. So why not, reach out and bless other people around me and, in places where they don't have access to finances.
Yeah.
And people
Oh.
always ask, why women? And I say, like, in some parts of the world, it's easier as a male to get help. You go to the banks in some countries and you want a loan, and they tell you, you have to come with your husband. What if you don't have a husband? What if your husband
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want you to grow your business? So, and that's why we focus mainly on women. And just because women are people who nourish, women are people who easily impact their community. Like you empower women, you're empowering a whole community basically, because she's going to empower children, she's going to empower other women around her.
Got
And
it.
that's why we do what we do. And
I
we
love it. That's
focus
why
on
we do
women.
what we do. It's
And
so
yeah,
true,
yeah.
right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh.
Mhm.
And what are you working on now? Any current events that you want to discuss? Any big things coming your
Oh
way?
yes, I have some big events coming in a few days, just in about 2 days. We have a wedding coming up. It's a fusion wedding, and it's an American Nigerian wedding. The bride is American, the groom is Nigerian, so that's going to be fun. Like I said, they call me the fusion queen, so I'm really excited about that. We spent about 1 year planning this wedding. We're going to have a lot of cultural aspects, cultural, Nigerian aspects in this wedding. They're going to bring like the gifts, which is like the bridal price, bride price. That's what we call it, where the groom's family brings gifts to the bride's family to ask for a hand in marriage. They're also going to wear the beautiful, colorful Nigerian outfits. We're gonna have the drummers, the talking drums, like you're drumming and you can almost hear the drum talking to you. It's, you can pretty much pick out what the drum is playing. We're going to have, performers like dancers, cultural dancers, Nigerian dancers who are going to entertain the guests. There's going to be lots of Nigerian food, the famous jollof rice, the goat meat, the fried plantains, the puff puff. So it's going to be fun. Lots of food, lots of dancing, of course, to Afro beats. Afro beats is in now everywhere. Everyone loves Afro beats. And you have Burna Boy, Davido, and all those people. So it's going to be fun for the guests. And I guess the American guests get to learn about the Nigerian culture and taste the food if they've never had it before. So that's one of the events we have coming up. So we're pretty excited. It's a small wedding, about 200 guests. So that's not one of our big ones, just because we have weddings that have 1,000 people. And then after that, we do have a milestone celebration, and that's a 3-day event
Okay.
where we're building out the whole space, like from draping the ceiling to the walls. That's gonna take 4 days of production. So sometimes people come to an event and they just feel like, oh my God, this is so beautiful, and not knowing that I mean, we spent days upon days just to put that together. Sometimes you spend 5, 6 days just to put an event together. So the one we have coming up after this wedding, it's a 3-day event. It's
Mm-hmm.
a warehouse where we have to kind of flip. One of the days we're having to drape the ceiling, drape the walls. And one of the other days, because the celebrant is an artist and she wants one of the days to be like an art gallery. So we're having to transform the space into an art gallery, bringing in like the whiteboards where we can gonna hang some of her pictures and her paintings for the guests to see. She may even actually auction some of it out just because they're so beautiful, and we're trying to convince her like you can't just take this back home. All this artwork, you better auction it out. So that is one of the days, and then the third day will just be like a black tie event where people just come for dancing and
Ooh.
dinner and dancing. So everyone's gonna come dressed up. We'll have a live band. We're flying in from England. So it's a really, really big event. Lots of entertainers. So we're excited. We're excited. We're
Well,
excited.
that is exciting. Oh my goodness. Do you ever sleep?
Mhm. Um, we do sleep. So when we don't have events, like, during the week before the events, because most of the events kind of typically start from Thursday, go all the way to Sunday. So the weeks that, when we don't have a Monday, Tuesday event, we get some rest. Of course, we still have to do like regular meetings, but at least it's not as busy as the weekends where we're there for the whole day, setting up and breaking down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. I'm fascinated. I just love all this stuff. Where do you keep everything? Like you have vendors, I know upon vendors of vendors who are supplying things, but you must also have a warehouse with your own stuff. I mean, what do you
Yeah, so we
provide,
have an
right? You
office.
have,
Yeah, so basically, because I only design, I actually don't do rentals or decor. I don't have to store anything, so that's awesome. So, we have vendors that store this equipment and this rental pieces. So we just go and rent from them. We just have an office where we have typical tables and chairs that we sit on to work, and the equipment we have are just like the printers and the cars. We don't really have like we don't store anything because we don't do the actual decor. We only design, pretty much sketching and doing some rendering. That's all we do. So we don't need to store equipment. But yes, I can tell you that my vendors have huge warehouses. We work with like over 500 vendors here in Houston, and of course, way more outside of Houston. And they all store their items, and sometimes they have to build from scratch. So, a lot of the decorators that we use build stuff from scratch. So they have welders and people that the carpenters that build things from scratch because we want every event to look different. We don't want cookie cutter events, so we want every event to have its own uniqueness, basically.
wow. Phew. Oh, wow. All right. Well, also, I mean, we still have 5 more minutes left in the show. I just want to make sure we're covering everything and wow, learning more about the nonprofit, learning more about all these events and the coaching aspect of this. Do you also have like dance coordination coordinators and stuff? Because a lot of people are doing like themed dances and coordinated dances, right?
Oh yeah, that's in right now. Everyone is doing, yeah, coordinated dances for their weddings. Yes, we do have coordinators, not on our team, but partners that we work with. We have vendors that teach our clients how to waltz for their first dance, ballroom dancing. So whatever the clients want, we are able to get for them. So we do have partners that, have a dancing company, and can coach the clients.
Perfect. Well,
But
also, when you say you're coaching out there, right? Specifically, are you coaching, not just brides, you're coaching grooms too? Like you coach them together?
So I think you're talking about the wedding coaching and not the event
Yes.
planner coaching. Okay. So
Yes.
when we're coaching, yes, we're coaching the bride and the groom. Yes.
Together.
Because
Got it. Got it. And
together,
that's all
yes.
part of it. Oh my gosh. How
Yeah.
long does that take? I bet the men must be baffled. Like, what? What comes
Some of
next?
them,
What? When the cake? What? What? Do we still do the
yeah.
traditional, like tossing the garter and stuff, or no?
Oh, they still do that. Yeah, a lot of people still do the tossing of the garter. A lot of people still do like the bouquet toss. That is still popular. So yeah, when we coach the bride, we also coach the groom because they also need to know what's going on. And sometimes they're being coached together, especially if it's dance coaching. They're being coached together, so that way, everything can be smooth when they do their first dance. Yeah, but. Basically, I'm really excited. We have a lot going on in the business. We're looking to expand even more and hopefully open some branches in other locations. Right now, even though we're in Houston, we do have an office in Atlanta, where because we do a lot of events in Atlanta. But we're looking as well at other places. We do events in Miami as well, a lot of events there. So we do have vendors there as well. But we're looking to, maybe open up in New York as well and just we do events there too, but we're just looking to have an office to make the process even smoother for our future clients. But we have a lot of expansion coming up soon, and we're looking forward to what the future has for us. So, well, thank you so much. Thank you
No,
for
thank you
having me.
so much,
Yeah,
sweetheart. And
yeah, thank
we
you,
do
thank
want to
you.
reach out, doyinfash.com. That's Doyin Fash.com. Social media page you want to share?
Yeah, social media is Doyin Fash underscore, and that's D as in David, O Oscar, Y yellow, I India, N Nancy, F as in Frank, A Apple, S Sam, H Henry, underscore. So Doing Fash underscore is the social media. And if you want to call us, it's 832-278-6366. Again, that's 832-278-6366. Or you can send an email to info@doingfash.com. And we look forward, to helping you to create like an over-the-top experience for you and your loved ones.
Aw, thank you again and enjoy the rest of your day. Happy holidays is upon us and looking
Thank
forward to
you.
speaking with you again and
All right.
really beautiful events. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time today, Doyen. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. You have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.